President Geingob told the more than 1,000 delegates that the reforms undertaken by government are in the Namibia Investment Promotion Act, central procurement and the abolishment of visa requirements.
Investment is an essential catalyst for economic growth, and it is for this reason government sought to revive the investment legislation with a view to mobilizing and attracting domestic and foreign investment for economic development. Earlier, we were just trying to protect the foreign investors and forgot local investors, just equalizing it now to protect all investors. Where are we now? Subsequent to promulgation, the Act was put on hold to accommodate broader inputs by the private sector. Substantive amendments were effected to address concerns raised, such as that the Act was cumbersome and too bureaucratic and defeating its intended purpose as an instrument to promote investment.
The business community raised concerns with certain provisions in the National Equitable Economic Empowerment Bill, particularly the clause dealing with ownership pillar. But Dr. Geingob explained that once the bill becomes law, it would reduce capital outflow and unlock domestic and foreign direct investments. The compulsory 25% equity stake has been removed, but the head of state told the summit that other pillars would remain.
Definition of term previously disadvantaged persons for the purpose of NIP refers to Namibian citizens that were racially disadvantaged by colonial and apartheid laws and practices before 21st March 1990. Details will be unpacked during the sessions on public sector reform on day 2 of this summit. 3, NIP will refer to the need for sector charters. The equity share threshold will be determined in the sector charters. 3 or 4, on the funding mechanism, government cannot carry the sole burden of financing empowerment transactions. It must be a collective responsibility, including financial institutions, private sector, and participating enterprises. I should make it categorically clear that it is not our intent to take away from those who have, as propaganda goes around. Even in London, I heard it from the Queen. But rather, to grow the Namibian economy so that more Namibians can own and manage productive economic assets.
Detailed responses on other concerns and recommendations are to be delivered during the public sector reform sessions at the summit. The high-level panel on the Namibian economy has set itself a target of raising about 14 billion Namibia dollars and sustained investments in key sectors. Its chairperson, Johannes Geingob, says the focus is on private sector-led approaches.
While the total amount of investments raised is the marquee measure, and that's a measure of success of the panel and a clear indication of trust in our country and economy, we must not forget that the true measure of success, particularly from the perspective of inclusiveness, is the total number of much needed direct and indirect jobs created through the domestic and foreign investments injected into the economy, and how we improve the quality of lives of Namibians.
The 2-day summit is to increase investor confidence, present bankable projects in identified sectors such as agriculture, manufacturing and tourism.
Nothing as it is can stay as it is. It can't be business as usual. There is a realization that the structure of the economy must and should change to move forward. We need to seriously consider how to reorient and restructure so that we can transform the economy towards a revival.
Delegates are from different African countries, Europe and the Americas.
sustainable.
Blanche
because we are a
Gore says
resource-based
NBC News,
economy, and therefore the
Windhoek.
fortunes of our economy depend